away, and that brings up the number 3 hitter. I would score that a single.
Make him throw.
And on the throw, he took second base. Poor throw in. We'll have to give an error out to the left fielder. We'll have to wait for the official score, though. First pitch to the number 3 batter. It's in there, strike 1. It looks like they're taking every first pitch here. The 0-1 delivery on the way. Inside, 1-1.
Get up, PD. Let's do it up, David. Down high.
Swung on. It's hit into second base. Oh, second baseman drops it, and there's no play. And on the error on the second baseman, the runner from second makes it to third. So number 22 for DeLeo gets on an error. And there's one down with runners at the corners, and it brings up the cleanup hitter for DeLeo with a chance to drive in a run.
Hit him hard, Joey. Make him work.
First pitch hits in front of the plate, ball 1.
That's good, Joey. Make him throw, few.
Pitcher sets. Pitch on the way is swung on. It's hit in the ground. Oh, nice play by Kaplan over to second base for out, but a run scores. Fine play by Charlie Kaplan over there at shortstop. And there's 2 away with a run scoring. So number 7 gets an RBI on that ground out, and that brings up the number 5 hitter for DeLeo. With 2 outs, runner at first base, 1-0 our score. We're just underway, top of the first. There's a timeout as the batter getting set in the box. He's ready and the pitcher sets. First pitch to the batter, hits the plate, ball 1.
Go, Adam. Hit him hard, buddy.
The 1-0 delivery on the way. It's swung on. It's hit high into center field. Center fielder under it. And he makes the catch for out number 3. But DeLeo comes up with 1 run on 2 base hits. There was 1 error by the Raiders, and the score at the end of a half an inning, it's DeLeo 1 and the Raiders coming to bat. Okay, so after half an inning, the Raiders trail 1-0. Leading off is Richie. First pitch to him is swung on, hit on the ground to second base. Second baseman up with it, over to first, and there's 1 away. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. That brings up number 1. One out here in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 our score as DeLeo scored as a result of an error in the infield. First pitch is inside, ball 1. The 1-0 delivery on the way. Strike 1, 1-1.
Make him pitch there, Richie.
The 1-1 delivery is swung on, hit into right field.
That's it, that's it!
And he makes the catch out there in deep right field, right on the track. Right on the edge of the track for out number 2. So, 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning.
Come on, Johnny.
This guy's 12 to 13.
Excuse me. First pitch is swung on, hit into... Oh, he hits in front of the right fielder, and he's on his way to second.
That's it, John.
So the right fielder got hung up on his own feet out there, and that gives the Raiders a chance to tie up the ball game with 2 outs and a runner on second base. That brings up number 25, the cleanup hitter. No, it doesn't. It brings up Charlie Kaplan, number 22. Made a good play in the top of the first inning. Kaplan looks at the first pitch, and it's high and deep, ball 1. Kaplan looking to drive in the tying run. Runner at second base, 2 out. That ball, oh, it looked like it hit the plate from here. Called it a strike, 1-1. 1-1 pitch has popped up. Nobody's going to get that one. And it drops in as Kaplan's going to second. And a run scores. So, a little Texas League base hit for Charlie Kaplan ties the score, 1 apiece, and that brings up number 25. Go-ahead run at second base. We're in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 our score. Two outs. Runner at second. First pitch is ball 1. Swung on, hit on the ground and short. Shortstop up with it over to first. It's over his head. And a run scored. So that makes it 2-1 as the Raiders get lucky on the overthrow and an easy play from second base.
Take the step, Joey.
And number 25 drives in the go-ahead run for the Raiders, and it's now 2-1. That brings up the number 6 hitter in the order for the Raiders. 2 outs, runner at second. That ball hits the plate, and it's ball 1. 1-0 delivery is swung on and tapped foul, strike 1. Just got a piece of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner at second base, 2-1 our score. Swung on, hit on the ground to third base. Oh, it's off the shortstop into left field. He's going home, and the play to second. And he's safe there. And that makes it 3-1. As the Raiders are playing singles baseball, they've had a runner on second base ever since they've had 2 outs. And with 2 outs, there's still a runner at second as they do a little repair job out there. The batter kicked the base away. And with 2 outs, there's still a runner at second base. You're in the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it brings up number 24 with a chance to drive in another run. 2 outs, 3-1 our score. The Raiders in the lead. They've come up with 3 runs in this inning after 2 outs. So this 2-out rally has proved costly for DeLeo Excavating. Especially costly was an error on an easy play to second base.
We'll go right to third then.
2 outs, runner at second base. First pitch to the batter is swung on. It's popped foul behind third. Third baseman giving chase, and he makes the play for out number 3. But the Raiders come up with 3 runs on 4 base hits. There was 1 error and a runner left on. The score now at the end of 1 full inning of play. It's the Raiders 3 and DeLeo Excavating 1. And we'll be back after this message from DWI. Almost set for the top of the second inning. We'll take a look at the Raiders pitcher as he warms up. Number 9 will be leading off for DeLeo Excavating. They trail in this ball game now 3-1. This game is for first place. If the Raiders win, they're in first place all alone. Remember, they do have a shortened game right after this. First pitch to number 9 is swung on and missed, strike 1. That slow delivery seems to have DeLeo fooled here. The 0-1 delivery. It's deep and inside, 1-1. Throw got away from the pitcher and on into center field. The shortstop, Kaplan, will retrieve it, throw it back in. So the 1-1 pitch. On the way. It's swung on. It's hit deep into center field. He's on his horse. And it's over his head. Number 9's rounding second base, I think. And he'll hold up at third with a leadoff triple. So DeLeo coming right back after giving up 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. They get a leadoff triple from number 9, and that brings up the left-handed hitting number 2 with a chance to drive in a run. (3-1) our score as DeLeo's threatening here in the top of the second inning. They have a runner at third with nobody out. I think the Raiders will concede this run to get the sure out. First pitch. It's outside, ball 1. 1-0 delivery on the way. It's in there, strike one, 1-1. Nobody out, runner at third base. The 1-1 delivery is swung on, it's popped foul, strike two. Looks like the batter's holding a shoulder. He might have a problem there. That would take a look at the runner at third base. 1-2 the count. Nobody out. We're in the top of the second inning, just underway here. 1-2 delivery is hit on the ground to short. Kaplan up with it over to first, and there's one away and a run scores. So that makes it 3-2 as the Raiders concede the run, but they get an out. One away here as Kaplan makes a nice play going to his left behind second base. And the bases are empty with one away. Swung on, hit in the left field or in the center field, and he can't make the play. 17 going on his way to second. And we'll have to give a single and an error on that as the center fielder muffed the ball out there and couldn't get it into second base. And with one away, there's a runner at second. And DeLeo has a chance to tie this ball game up. 3-2 our score, top of the second inning. Runner at second. First pitch is ball one, a little bit inside. Swung on, it's popped up into left field. Left fielder coming on, makes the, oh, he drops the ball, but there's no advance by the base runner. So an error on the left fielder, number 44. There's one out, and runners at second and first. With one out, Raiders are looking for a double play here. Costly error out there in left field. First pitch hits the plate, ball one. The 1-0 delivery on the way, it's in there. Oh no, it's outside, 2-0. 2-0 pitch is strike one, right down the center of the plate, about bell high. 2-1 delivery is swung on. It's tapped back to the pitcher, plays to third, and they get the lead runner, and there's two away. And on the play, base runner from first advances to second. So with two outs, there are runners at first and second. 3-2 our score as DeLeo is looking to tie it up with a runner at second base, two away. First pitch is tapped into. Nice play by Kaplan to retire the side. Little nub fly ball, and the side's retired. One run on 3 base hits. They leave two. There was an error on the left fielder, and the score at the end of 1.5. It's the Raiders 3 and DeLeo 2. For the bottom of the second inning, taking a look here at the DeLeo pitcher. DH for the Raiders leads off this inning. 3-2 the score. Raiders in the lead. Nice play by Kaplan in that last inning, half inning. First pitch to the batter is outside, ball one. The 1-0 delivery. It's a little bit inside, 2-0.
Let's go, Charlie.
The 2-0 pitch is swung on. It's hit back to the mound. Pitcher's up with it. Plays over to first, and he's out there on a close play at first. Nice play by the pitcher to stay with that ball as it hit off his glove, but he kept it in front of him and threw on to first to retire the first batter. There's one away.
Let's go, Dean. Nice try, Charlie.
Swings at the first pitch. It's popped up behind third base, and it drops in for a single. Number 10. Oh, it's thrown away, and he gets second base. Somebody had better get some coaches out there. He could have had third base if somebody had been alert. But he's on second base with one away, chance to add to their one-run lead. It's 3-2 Raiders.
One out.
On top, one away.
Go, Danny.
Well, actually, he's got a single with
One out, runner at second. First pitch, in there, strike one. The 0-1 delivery is swung on, it's lined to the left field, base hit. Runner rounding third, he's coming in, and he'll score easily, and it's 4-2. Play over to second base as they kick second base into center field, and the batter is safe, so he's on with a single, and on the throw he takes second.
Farrell, Gray, and Pech.
And that brings up Farrell. With a chance to drive in another run. There's one away, runner at second base. Number 32 is over there. He gets an RBI, it's 4-2. First pitch to Farrell is in there, strike one. Hit right behind the plate. Just about knee level, strike one. 0-1 delivery is swung on, it's hit into left field. Left fielder coming on, can't make the play. Rounding third, no, and he'll hold up, but on the throw in, Farrell makes it to second base. So with one away, the runners at second and third, and that brings up number 44, the left fielder, with a chance to make up for his error out there in the field. He has 2 RBIs on the base pass with runners at second and third and one away. 4-2 our score. Swings of the first pitch hit into right field, base hit. Right fielder up with it. One run will score. The Farrell rounding third on his way home, and he scores. That makes it 6-2 Raiders. RBI single for number 44. He gets 2 RBIs. That more than makes up for his miscue out in the field. And that makes it 6-2. That brings up number 1, left-hander. He plays right center field for the Raiders. With one out, runner at first base. First pitch to the batter, he looks at it. It's in there, strike one. The one strike pitch is swung on, it's hit into center field. Center fielder going back. It's over his head. Number 44 runs for the third. They're both going to score. And so it's now 8-2 as that ball got over the center fielder's head. We're sorry we couldn't get it for you. And number 1 gets a home run, and that makes it 8-2. Nice hit out there by number 1. So he hit that ball carried. The wind's blowing out towards center field, and that went way over the center fielder's head, and nobody was going to catch him rounding the bases. And it's now 8-2 with one out.
Let's go, John.
And it brings up John. John, whoever, I don't know.
John Zernicki.
Swings the first pitch, is hit, fouled on the right field line. And it goes into the sewer for strike one.
13 for 14.
13 for 14, John Zernicki.
John Zernicki's 13 for 14 in his last 2 games.
Leading batting average.
0-1 pitch is swung on, hit up the middle, base hit, so he keeps up his string, and he'll round first with a single. So with one away, there's a runner at first base, and that brings up Kaplan. He had an RBI single the last time, a little blue Texas leaguer to center field, driving in the first run for the Raiders.
Charlie Kaplan.
Anybody out?
One out. Good eye on the ball, Chuck.
One out we got. One out.
No pressure on you.
One out, runner at first. Kaplan swings at the first pitch, right fielder going back, and he makes the catch. And alertly, number 1 tags up to first, but he's not going anywhere. So the right fielder looking a little bit shaky out there. Nobody knew if he was going to catch it. Maybe that was a decoy trying to get a double play. But the net result, there are 2 outs, runner at first, and it brings up number 25.
Tony for later innings.
swings at the first pitch, hits it into center field, and the side is retired.
That's all right, come on.
But the Raiders come up with 4 runs on 6 base hits. They leave 1, and the score at the end of 2 innings, it's the Raiders 8
Top 3, right?
and the DeLeo Excavating Company 2. We're almost set here for the top of the 3rd inning. 8-2 our score. DeLeo trails. They're looking to get something going here.
8-2. Get some coaches, fellas.
Raiders like to shut the door here and take over sole possession first place with a win. First pitch is lined. Oh, it's off the glove. Plays by Kaplan. And he's out there. What a play by Kaplan. My goodness, you don't see that often. Score that 5-6-3 as that went off the third baseman's glove. Kaplan alertly pounced on the ball and threw on to first from his knees for out number 1. Fine play. Kaplan's made 2 fine plays in this ball game. 1 away here, top of the 3rd. First pitch is deep ball 1.
You gotta carry me, Adam. I like it. I'd like to.
Swung on. It's popped up into center field. Center fielder calls it, and he makes the catch, and they're 2 away. That brings up number 22 for DeLeo with 2 outs, nobody on. They trail 8-2, and they could use some singles here.
Wait for your pitch, Pete. He's fishing for him.
First pitch hits in front of the plate, ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Swung on, it's tapped over to Kaplan at short. Over to first. Oh, and he got back on the bag, and the side's retired. 3 up, 3 down, and the score now at the end of 2.5. It's the Raiders 8 and DeLeo 2. And how about that Rennie's Pub? Rennie's Pub, 154 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York, where you can enjoy our new outdoor cafe. Come check out our specials, the same ones you've enjoyed inside for years at Rennie's Pub, 154 Mamaroneck Avenue, White Plains. Okay, bottom of the 3rd inning. Raiders looking to add to their 8-2 lead. I'd have to say the defensive player of the game is Kaplan, shortstop for the Raiders. He's made 2 fine plays, and I tell you, he just paid me $5 for that plug. First pitch is hit on the ground to third. Third baseman up with it over to first. Ooh, just got back on the bag. And they're going to protest this.
Hey, come on. Hey,
Charlie.
fuck you, beat me. I'll kick your ass.
Charlie, back up.
Yeah, see you.
My goodness, a little altercation starting out there. As number 44 took exception to something that was said by the base runner. And there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Close play at first, just got his foot back on the bag. The umpire is in good position to call that. Excuse me, 32.
Danny, get out of the way.
Swung on, is popped foul. Third baseman giving chase. Oh, and he falls down on the track. And it's strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. There's 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd, and the Raiders leading in this ball game 8-2.
Jeff, be the man up there.
Frustration showing for DeLeo as their first baseman lost his temper on a comment made by the base runner. 1 strike pitch is swung on, hit foul, deep in foul, and he makes the catch in foul territory for out number 2. That ball was hit a ton, but in foul territory, and the left fielder chased it down, and there's 2 away. That brings up the DH for the Raiders. He bounced out the first time up, but that didn't slow down the Raiders as they came up with 4 big runs after that. He looks at the first pitch, it's in there, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery is swung on, it's hit into center field, base hit. So, Charlie, number 3, the designated hitter, is on with a 2-out single. And that brings up number 10.
Hands up now, Dan. Come on, get in the game.
Excuse me, number 11.
Get in the game.
Excuse me, number 11.
Charlie, out of the way.
2 outs, runner at first base. First pitch is in there, called strike one. The 0-1 delivery is swung on. It's hit foul down the third base line over toward the rack for strike two. He would like to straighten that one out as he hit that ball well, but in foul territory. 0-2, 2 outs, runner at first base. 0-2 pitch is swung on, hit foul, strike three, and the side's retired. The left fielder makes the catch anyway. So the Raiders don't score any runs. They get one base hit, they leave a runner, and the score now at the end of three, it's 8-2. As the Gannett Westchester Rockland Newspaper Raiders lead in this ball game.
Excuse me?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to lead off for DeLeo here. They trail in the ball game 8-2. They need some singles. Don't need to get any long balls here. They need to get some base runners to get back in this ball game. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Still plenty of time left. The first pitch to clean up batter is a little bit outside ball one. The 1-0 pitch is swung on. It's chopped down to short. Kaplan up with it over first. And oh, and he came up the bag and he's safe.
Good job, Joey.
Hey! After the play.
It's a strange call there. I thought he had him out, but then he fell off the bag. But umpire said he was off, and the Leo Excavating Company gets their leadoff batter aboard. We'll call that an error on the throw on Kaplan, so that's a shame. Playing a fine ball game, he charged that ball, but throw took the first baseman off the bag. There's a runner at first, nobody out. 1-0 pitch is in there, strike one, 1-1. 1-1 delivery in there, strike two, 1-2. Pitcher working quickly, sets and deals. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, hit on the ground to short. Over to second for one, back to first. Oh, just safe there. But they get the lead runner and they almost turn two. Nice pivot by Farrell at second base, but they don't quite get the runner at first. So they get a force out at second base, and that brings up number 9 with one away and a runner at first. I thought they were going to turn that double play, but the batter got down the line in a hurry. First pitch, number 9 is swung on. It's popped up into left field. Left fielder coming on. Makes the catch. Runner retreats to first base, and they're now 2 away with a runner at first base. That brings up the left-hand hitting number 2. He's looking out there toward that short porch in right field. It's a ground rule triple if you hit it into the soup over there. 8-2 our score. Runner at first. 2 outs, and we're in the top of the fourth inning. First pitch to batter, in there, strike one.
Get away, Dan, baby!
The 0-1 delivery is swung on. It's hit on the ground to first. Oh, first baseman can't come up with it. On his way to third. And he's out there, and the side is retired. So, despite bobbling the ball at first base, the first baseman came up with it and threw on to third. And they tagged the runner out, and the side's retired. No runs, 1 base hit. There was a runner left on, and the score at the end of 3.5. It's the Raiders 8 and DeLeo 2. First set, number 32, is going to lead off for the Raiders. They lead in this ball game, 8-2. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll get the fans at the end of this half inning. DeLeo looking to shut down the Raiders. They've got to start scoring some runs. From the bottom of the fourth, although they have time, they've got to get something going. But the Raiders have the bat this time. First pitch to batter is swung on, hit in the hole, base hit left field. So, number 32 on with a leadoff single. And that brings up Farrell, number 27. He'll be looking to advance the runner to second base. Look for him to hit to the right side.
Jimmy!
Nobody out, runner at first base. We're at the bottom of the fourth inning. Raiders holding a comfortable 8-2 lead, but that's nothing in softball. First pitch in there, strike one. Right over the heart of the plate. I think Farrell's laying off to see what he has. The 0-1 delivery in there, strike two. So quickly gets a hit of the hitter. Working quickly. Swung on, foul, back, strike three. So Farrell strikes out. And there's one away with a runner still at first base, and that brings up number 44, the left fielder.
Jimmy, keep score on our book.
In this situation, you got 2 strikes against you. You got to go for it, you know?
I think that was a little high.
It was high, but you got to drop it and cause a third strike. You feel like a fool.
So, with one away, that brings up number 44 with a runner at first base.
Looked like you were going to hesitate, too.
He looks at the first pitch. It's deep ball one.
Go, Red!
Swung on, hit short right field. Right fielder coming on, and he can't make the play, and it drops.
Nice, Richie. Beautiful.
The runner from first had to play that halfway, not knowing if he was going to get it. So with one away, the runner's at second and first. And that brings up number 1. He hit a home run the last time up. He'd be really happy to get some of that again. So he hit that ball deep over the center fielder's head. Wind is carrying out toward right center. He looks at the first pitch, and it's deep ball one.
Do it again! Let's do it again!
Come on, Rich.
One out, runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the fourth. He swings at the pitch, and it's hit in there. Base hit, right field. Runner rounding third. He's going to come on to score. Nice base running by number 1. He played that halfway, and when they cut it off at the pitcher's mound, he made it to second. So with one away, there's runners at second and third, and the score now is 9-2.
And Tony. Nicky, Kaplan, and Tony.
That brings up the leading hitter for the Raiders. He's 14 for 15 over his last 15 at-bats. He's looking to increase that string. Swings at the first pitch, and it looks like a base hit center field. One run will score. Oh, and number 1 wisely holds up at third, and it's now 10-2. So another RBI single for the batter at first, John Danicki? Zanicki. And he's now 15 for 16. And that brings up Kaplan.
Kaplan and Mitchell, doctor.
Kaplan had a rare error last inning on a throw to first.
One out.
There's one out, runners at the corners. He swings the first pitch, hit into left center field. Base hit, gets by everybody. One run will score. Kaplan on his way to second. He'll score. And 2 runs score, and Kaplan he'll be awarded home. So 3-1 score, and it's now 13-2. Am I correct?
It's now 8 and 5 is 13, right?
It's now 13-2 as the Raiders have taken a commanding lead here. Kaplan gets a cheap home run. Taking advantage of wartime pitching is Charlie Cap. Nice hit into left center field, split the gap, and on the throw in, the overthrow from the outfield gave him home plate. It's now 13-2 with 1 out, the base is empty. And number 25 is up for the Raiders. He'd like to get something going here. It's now 1-1 to him.
Dr. Grossman and Henderson.
1-1 delivery on the way. It's swung on. It's hit foul down the third base line. Left fielder giving chase. And he doesn't have a play, and it's 1-2. That left fielder covers a lot of ground, but he couldn't get to that one, and it's 1-2. He's got to keep this one fair. We'll remind the viewers that on 2 strikes, a foul gives you a strikeout. The 1-2 delivery is swung on. It's lined into left field, base hit. Number 25 takes a big turn around first and comes back. And he's
All right,
on
Tony,
the
be
one
smart
out
on
single.
first, Tony.
We got Dr. Grossman and Henderson.
That brings up number 11. He'd like to move this base runner along, get him into scoring position. We'll take a quick look over at the fans. My goodness, I'd play hard too if I had all those people around here. Swung on, it's pop foul, third baseman. Oh, nice play. Oh no, he couldn't quite hold on. We thought he had that.
Good try, good try.
Nice try out there by 00, the third
All right,
baseman.
Charlie, straighten it out. Hit it hard, buddy.
And it's strike one, the count.
How many did we score?
Strike two as that pitch goes right over the heart of the plate, about knee high. 0-2 pitch, a little bit deep, 1 and 2. The 1-2 pitch on the way, it's swung on, hit on the ground to third. Oh, it's off the third baseman, plays over to second. Safe there, and it's into right field. And on the overthrow, makes it into third base. So an error on the third baseman. It's 13-2.
We got Grossman, Henderson, and Riggio.
Brings up the first baseman with a chance of driving another run. 13-2 with 2 men on. Runners at first and second with 1 away. Swings of the first pitch, hit into left field. That might be deep enough to score a run. He's tagging and he's coming, and he scores easily, and it's 14-2. And on the play, the runner from first tags up and goes to second base. So with 2 outs, there's a runner at second. And it brings up number 3, the DH. He's bounced out and singled. He's 1 for 2. Chance to drive in a run with a runner at second base and 2 away. Swings of the first pitch, and it's popped up into short center field. Center fielder calls it, and the side's retired. But the Raiders come up with 5 runs on 8 base hits. They leave 1, and the score at the end of 4 innings of play, it's the Raiders 13 and DeLeo 2. And on that, they came up with 6 runs, and it's 14-2. Defensive replacement for the Raiders, new first baseman,
Gary Bucciero.
and that's who it is, number 23. He looks like he'd like to eat iron right there. He's a little mad at that throw. No, I'm smoking. I got some chewing back. Yeah. We're set for the top of the 5th inning as the umpire does a little housekeeping. 14-2 our score. Raiders in the lead. As I said, we have a defensive replacement, number 23 replacing number 24 at first base. DeLeo needs to get something going here, or else it's almost over. 14-2, top of the 5th. First pitch is high, ball 1. The 1-0 delivery is swung on, fouled back, strike 1, 1-1. Raiders pitcher pitching very well.
That's Dan Tringley. Dan Tringley.
1-1 delivery. It's on the way, it's swung on, it's popped up. Kaplan makes the call, and there's 1 away. A little pop up to the infield. Kaplan looks like he's hurting out there. Might be too many beers the night before. 14-2 our score, top of the 5th inning. DeLeo needs some base runners here. First pitch is in there, strike 1. 1 out. Bases are empty. 1-1, that was a little deep. The 1-1 pitch on the way is swung on and missed, strike 2. So, pitcher getting ahead of the batter. It's 1-2 with 1 away. 1-2 pitch on the way. It's swung on. It's hit into center field. Center fielder under it. And there's 2 away. Nice play out there by the center fielder. Had him played perfectly. So, there's 2 outs. Bases are empty. Top of the 5th inning, and DeLeo is digging themselves a hole. It's 14-2, they trail. Raiders looking to nail down first place with a victory here.
It'll be over if they don't score a run. Slow to it.
First pitch is inside, ball 1. Damn, I wanted that wallet. Pitch hits in front of the plate. It's 2-0.
Come on, Danny, baby.
We've been informed by the league official. If they don't score a run, the ball game is over. Strike 1, 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way is swung on. It's tapped on the ground to shortstop, over to first. And the ball game is over. They are playing the 10-run rule. So in the top of the 5th inning, with the Raiders leading 14-2, they win this ball game in a runaway, and they nail down first place. So now we're going to play an abbreviated ball game, making up the early season rainout between these two ball clubs.
Do you have a change, Rich? Do you have a change on it?
So the Raiders are victorious in a runaway. We'd like to have an interview with Charlie Kaplan in between games here. This doubleheader here at Lewis Klein Field. Raiders winning the opening game 14-2. They called it after 5 innings on the 10-run rule. They're now going to have to make up a game that was rained out in the beginning of the season. The Raiders have got to play 1 full inning. They're trailing in that ball game by 1 run. I don't know where they're going to play this game. I think they're going to play it here. We'll wait for the umpire to tell us what's going on. Where are you guys playing this 1-inning game? Here?
Yeah, you guys.
This is kind of easy when you go home to that, ladies and gentlemen. You'll take a look over there. I think you agree that that number 4. We're between games here as the Gannett Westchester Rockville Newspaper Raiders are awaiting their opponent for the second game of a doubleheader. They trail by 1 in a ball game that was rained out in the early part of the season. And I tell you, with some of those fans over there, I'd play hard too. With the sweep of this doubleheader, they'll be in first place by a full game and a half. And you wonder why some of these people are gainfully employed with their attitude toward a camera. Looking at, go ahead. I think the Rock guys are sitting here. I don't know. The Raiders. Are you playing on the other team? Oh, okay. We're set now as the Raiders are going to play a 1-inning game against the Dalto construction team. This is the completion of a game that was rained out in the beginning of the season.
That 1 run. Read the lineup once, fellas, so listen up. We're down by a run. We got 1 inning left. Putting John in leading the way, right? Tony's up second. I'm up third. Charlie's up 4. Rich Gray, Jeff, Doctor, Farrell, Gary.
Well, if we do that, we'll win it by then.
Triglia, Henderson, and Triglia.
All right, here we're set as the Raiders are looking for a doubleheader sweep in exciting Lewis Klein Harrison League softball action.
You need to get 3 outs. Who's up first?
Good defense. Good defense. Come on.
All right, they're up first.
They're up first.
We're up first.
No.
Hey, listen. What are you talking about? Top of the 7th inning. We don't score, we lose. Come on.
Listen to this. Listen to this. They need to get 3 outs.
Wait a minute. Come here. Get it in here. We only got 8 fielders. We're only allowed to field 8. Look at the pitches.
Is that good?
Come on.
Yeah, really. Come on. Just look at it. Look at it.
Let's go.
Let's get a cheer or something.
Hey! And listen, we can get a walk, and they got to get 3 outs. Don't worry if we get 1 out.
Well, we've been informed by somebody from the Raiders that Dalto's only going to be allowed 8 fielders because that's what they were playing with in the game when they had it called. It's the top of the 7th inning. We're going to start out at the top of the 7th inning. They're down by 1 run, so we'll just say right now it's 1-0 in favor of Dalto here in the top of the 7th inning. This is going to be a doubleheader here today for the Raiders. They won the first game against DeLeo Excavating 14-2, and they're looking for a clean sweep against Dalto. Dalto just coming off a very tough loss in another field here. There's nobody out. We're going to say it's the top of the 7th inning. And it's 1-0 Dalto Construction. As far as we're concerned, it's 1-0. If they get 3 outs, the ball game is over. If the Raiders score, we go into extra innings.
Come on, guys, let's do it up.
Won the official?
Who's that?
Won the official? Do we have confidence or not?
Umpire for tonight's game will be the league's coordinator. I don't have his name. What's the guy's name in the red?
Johnson?
No, on the umpire.
Oh, Emil.
It's Emil. He's the league coordinator here in Harrison, or at least for Lewis Klein School. Leading off is the leading batter for the Raiders. Zanicki is 15 for 16 so far.
Come on, up, little Steve. Little Steve. All depends what you do.
Heads up, fellas, on deck. So we're on the top of the 7th inning. Raiders trail 1-0.
Okay, John, come on, you wait for yours.
First pitch is swung on. It's
There
in
it
the
is, there it is,
ground.
Johnny, go, yeah.
Base hit. As he gets it to the right side, they are not playing with a second baseman. And the leadoff batter's aboard for the Raiders. So he's now 16 for 17 on the season. Far and away the leading batter for the Raiders. Nobody out. Runner at first base.
Wait for yours, Tony. You know, nice clean shot.
Wait on it, Tony, wait.
They're playing minus a fielder, and they've decided the second baseman's the person they're going to take out. First pitch is deep ball 1.
You gotta keep going, too, because they get up again. Go, buddy, face it, get tough.
Pitch is swung on, it's on the ground. Oh, back to the pitcher. He flubs it, and everybody's safe. Well, this is a decided disadvantage for Dalto Construction. They can't play with a second baseman. If I were them, I would try to split up the outfield, play them in the gaps, and keep the infield intact, because all they're going to do is single through the center. Excuse me, Farrell. Jimmy. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Pitch to batter. It's inside, outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Raiders looking for a clean sweep on the day. Strike 1-1. Take a look at the Dalto pitcher here. He just pitched another ball game preceding this.
There we go, yeah!
Swung on, base hit center field. 1 run will score. 25 heading to third. He's in there easily. And the score is now tied 1-all. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. And that brings Charlie Kaplan to the plate. He was the defensive star of the game in the first ball game for the Raiders. Nobody out, second and third. It's now tied up 1 apiece as the Raiders are trying to win this ball game in what will have to be the longest ball game of the season. They've spent 6 weeks before. Grounded, oh, into right field, base hit, right fielder up with it, a run will score. And on the play, number 1 makes it to third, and Charlie Kaplan gets the go-ahead RBI as he singles through the right side. Nobody out. Runners at first and third.
Oh, let's get that bike out of there!
First pitch is ball 1. The 1-0 delivery is swung on. It's hit up the middle, base hit. Another run will score. And Kaplan takes second, and it's now 3-1. That brings up the first baseman. That's Jeff. He was lifted in the first game for a pinch hitter. He's looking to break this ball game right open. It's 3-1. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Dalto playing without second baseman. Swung on, hit into center field. Center fielder coming on, makes the catch. Kaplan bluffs a tag up play, and he's back to second. There's one away with runners at first and second. 3-1 our score as the Raiders are looking to increase their lead. This is a continuation of an early season rainout. Top of the 7th inning. First pitch is deep, ball 1. Emil's our umpire for this ball game. Swung on, hit deep into left field. Left fielder under it, and there's 2 away. Kaplan fakes going to third and gets back. And they're 2 away, and that brings up Farrell, the second baseman.
The field is so big.
Jim Farrell would really like to get a single to the right side here. They've got the whole right side open. And remember, on a ground ball to the infield, they do not have a first baseman now, as the first baseman is playing in the second baseman's position. They'll have to go to either second or third base for the force out. Farrell looks at the first pitch, it's in there, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery on the way. Farrell swings and it's hit up the middle, base hit. Kaplan rounding third, he'll score. And he'll make it 4-1. And on the play, number 3 makes it to third base, and Farrell gets a base hit, driving in a run. That brings up Gary, number 23. He replaced the first baseman in the first game. Never got to bat because of them calling it because of the 10-run rule. He looks at the first pitch, it's in there, strike 1, as an airplane explodes overhead. The 0-1 pitch is swung on, a tap foul, strike 2. Dalto Construction looking to get out of this ball game, or out of this inning. It's 4-1. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The 0-2 pitch is deep and high, 1-2. The 1-2 delivery on the way. Swung on, it's hit into right field. It's gonna drop. No, he makes the catch and the side is retired. But the Raiders come up with 4 runs on 5 base hits, 6 base hits. They leave 2. The score now at the end of 6.5. It's the Raiders 4 and Dalto Construction coming to bat with 1. Here for the bottom of the 7th inning. Dalto Construction in a hole. They're trailing in this ball game 4-1. It's a continuation of an early season rainout. Raiders came up with 4 runs in their half of the 7th, and that makes it 4-1. I don't really know what the actual score is, but they're up by 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. They shut them down, and we're going home with a sweep. They score 3, we go into extra innings. First pitch, little deep, ball 1.
Come on, Dad, baby.
The 1-0 pitch, in there, strike 1, 1-1. 1-1 delivery is swung on, hit into left field. Left fielder plays it on 1 bounce, and Dalto's on with a leadoff single. So, nobody out, runner on first base. Raiders looking to shut the door and go home with a sweep. They lead in this ball game 4-1. At least they're up by 3 here on the bottom of the 7th. Runner at first, nobody out. First pitch is in there, strike 1 as the batter was taking.
Get away, Dad, baby.
0-1 delivery. Swung on, it's popped up. Pitcher calls it, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
2 more!
Nice play by the pitcher, catching that little pop-up to the infield. There's 1 away. Runner at first base. Brings up number 44, a left-hander. Got to remind the viewers, there's a short right field porch over there. If you hit it into the soup, you get a triple. First pitch to the batter. It's inside, 1-0.
Come on, Danny, baby.
1-0 delivery, hits the plate.
Come on, Dan. Drove it. You got it.
3-0. Runner at first base, 1 out. 3-0 pitch. Is he taking all the way? Yes, he is. Strike one, 3-1. Let's see if they give him a green light here. Trailing by 3 and a runner at first base. 3-1 pitch. Strike 2, and the count is full as Danny's looking to shut the door here. The payoff pitch is swung on, fouled back, strike 3. Now 2 away with a runner at first base. The Raiders looking to get a sweep here. 1 more out, and they'll be ahead of. They'll be in first place by a game and a half. That brings up the first and second baseman for Dalto. He had to play both positions because they only had 8 fielders in this game. First pitch is in there, strike 1.
The cool move.
0-1 delivery on the way. It's swung on. It's hit on the ground. Back to the pitcher. Over to first. And the ball game is over. No runs, 1 base hit. There were no errors. And the final score, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Raiders 4 and Dalto 1. So a clean sweep for the Raiders puts them in first place by a full game and a half. And we'll join you at Rennie's Pub in just about a half an hour.